Rafe's eMemorium segment. All the listeners we lost this week due to things we've said. Moon, if you would hit the music, please.
Music. Hit.
So Rafe's up in Chicago. He recorded this for us. Here's Rafe's Riz Show eMemorium segment.
And now it's time for this week's Riz Show eMemorium. This is a segment that says goodbye to the people we lost this week. Those that vowed to never listen to our show again, took exception to something that we discussed on the air, or just sent a nasty email for no reason whatsoever. And this week's eMemorium was brought to you by our sponsor, Scott Roth Jr. and his misplaced misogyny. Oh, Scott, your 3 horrid emails about Learn were really, really nasty and disgusting to read, and we appreciate you sponsoring this segment. More on that later. Right now, let's talk about those we lost this week. The ultimate victim of the flood of 93, the floating McDonald's. R.I.P. One dude who was super mad we didn't give a hard-hitting special report about the Spectrum cable outage he was experiencing at his home. Sorry, Donnie. You understand we're just voices on the radio and don't actually live inside your head, right? We don't know why Spectrum's out at your house because we don't work for Charter Spectrum. Maybe you should give them a call. One guy who really loves Elon Musk, like a lot. We don't even remember talking about Musk, but boy, he does. Seems like he really wants to meet Elon under the mistletoe for a little smooch. And we're totally cool with that. So good luck, Riley. We hope old Uncle Elon takes you up in his spaceship for a romantic getaway. One fella who's upset, he just found out that Father's Day is supposed to be a guaranteed sex day and believes his wife owes him arrears. Pay the man. People who like hanging out with their pets naked. To each their own. So hop on out the shower and wrestle those ferrets in your birthday suit and let the chips fall where they may. Liars who claim to never pee in the shower. Nice try. But we aren't pee goblins, and you aren't better than us, and you know damn well you've done it. We've all been in the shower alone when that warm water hits our central nervous system and pops the cork on your bladder like a bottle of cheap champagne. It is a fact that this is an effective warm water, and the reason that it's been used to dip the hand of the first child asleep at junior high slumber parties since the dawn of time. Lovers of celery, who now can't snap into that crispy, healthy snack without thinking of a man dislodging his ding-ding from his own pelvis during a zealous attempt at reverse cowgirl. For you, ants on the log will never be the same again. Husky 80s kids who felt undesirable because they were hard to wrestle into a kidnapper's van. We're sorry. Riz shouldn't have pointed that out. It was very insensitive. People just finding out about the booger graveyard in their spouse's vehicle. Denying those crusty little gravestones exist on the upholstery won't keep those naughty nostril ghosts from haunting your marriage. Cody Evans' underwear. You know who you are and you know what you did. You laughed so hard at our show that you lost control of the fruit in your looms and had to bury them at sea like Osama bin Laden. R.I.P. Cody's underwear. Every single person who emailed us about our band choices, but most importantly, fans of you too. We're sorry that you were the only person on earth who enjoyed the fact that they forced their album onto your iPhone 3. We'll miss you. And that brings me back to our sponsor, Scott Roth Jr. Oh, what a man. He was so upset that Learn would give anyone in the studio a compliment that he was upset and said she would, quote, flirt with anything, end quote. And Riz, quote, this broad needs a talking to, end quote. Well, Scott, I hate to be the one to break this to you, but it's actually called kindness. I can tell it's not been shown to you much, and you certainly aren't giving any out yourself, but Learn is actually a really cool person, and she's family to us. And we have an existing relationship, and she's earned the fact to say whatever she wants to say to any of us in the studio. And we actually enjoy the fact that she is a lighthearted, positive, encouraging person. She often says stuff to us to make us feel better about ourselves. And whether that's a compliment about the shirt we have on, or shoes, or just the way we make her laugh, it's always welcomed, and we're always happy to hear from her. In fact, I think it's a little weird that you're only upset when she does it. I personally have called Riz Daddy, complimented King Scott's luscious locks, and told Moon he is a handsome boy and has a great sense of style on many occasions. But that didn't seem to bother you one bit. It's almost like it only bothers you when a woman does it. But maybe that means you don't understand the difference between kindness and flirting when it comes to women. This is going to sting a little bit, and I hate to be the one to break it to you, Scott, but the female clerk at the gas station where you buy your scratchers and knock off horny goat weed pills doesn't actually, quote, totally want to bang you, end quote, like you tell all your friends. Turns out she's a 70-year-old grandmother of 3, and it's just part of her job. She's being polite and kind. And Scott, maybe you should try it sometime. But thanks for sponsoring the eMemorium segment. And that brings me to the final part of our eMemorium segment, and that is the actual RIP of the week. That's our boy, Jeff Burton. It was his birthday this week, and man, it was so cool to hear all the cool stories and feel all the love from all the people that love Jeff as much as we do, and all the fans. And that really put us in a good mood, and I hope that everybody will go on Facebook and read all the comments on the Jeff Burton post, because, man, it was really cool to see. And I'm going to turn it over to Riz at this point, because I don't know what got talked about on today's segment, because I wasn't there.
There you go.
So feel free to add on anything else in the eMemorium. This is Rafe reporting from the road.
There we go.
He's so good.
Rafe's eMemorium segment.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Have a good time in Chicago.